I liked 3,794 profiles on Hinge in 5 months. So here's exactly what worked well for me and what didn't. So one thing that made a big difference was adding a voice prompt. And Hinge has backed this up. They said profiles with voice prompts are 32% more likely to lead to a date. And I'll show you an example of one right now. I have a video listed below that I go over different stories that you can include in them and different things like that. But I'll just give you an example. So I'm going to pull up Hinge. I'm going to go into the settings and I'm going to hit record. When I was 16, I spent my entire paycheck, which was over $1,000, on a paintball gun. My buddies got way cheaper ones, and we only ever used it once, where we went to a local forest just to shoot each other, but somebody had called the cops on us because they said there were a bunch of guys with guns wearing camo. Fortunately, the cops could easily tell it was a paintball gun, but yeah, not my smartest purchase. Boom, pretty easy. It just shows my vibe. That's the main thing. It just shows how I talk, and that is naturally polarizing. Some people will like it, and some people won't. But this leads me to the next thing, which is very, very important. So back in the day, OkCupid, they used to let users rate other users from 1 to 5 stars. And the interesting thing is that the founder revealed that the profiles that performed the best weren't the pretty good ones. They were the polarizing ones. The ones that you either like or you either don't. The ones that had a lot of 1-star rankings and a lot of 5-star rankings. He said the worst thing that you could be is a universal 3, which is fine, but just forgettable. And once I started realizing this, once I stopped trying to appeal to everybody, I did see a noticeable difference. And voice prompts are absolutely one way to do that because it is polarizing. But you could also do this with your pictures. A guy that is like a rocker style with piercings and tattoo. This is an extreme example, but that is 100%. Some women are going to love that, but most are going to hate that. But that is exactly what you want. You want to stand out. And it's the same thing with outdoorsy lifestyle guys that just like live and breathe the outdoors, or like a blue collar mechanic guy, very hands-on, or, even a stoner, somebody that smokes a lot. Some women love that whole image, even though a lot won't. But that guy's going to do better than just a fine but forgettable profile. And possibly the best thing that I did for this was add a video prompt. I have a whole video on this. I'm going to make another one soon, but it's kind of just like voice prompts, but it's better because it's a talking head video like this. And I was very open and honest and vulnerable with it. And that's the polarization part, because my profile is not sexy. I don't show pictures or prompts of me having a very lavish or interesting lifestyle. It's just very upfront. I'm trying to almost just be a green flag, although I'm not trying to be that. But that's polarizing. Some women love it, some women don't. But when I started doing that sort of thing, I got a lot more attention, a lot more quality matches. Now, what about the actual prompts, what you're writing? Well, I tried a lot of different types, and the best ones were the ones where I just listed my interests. That always just attracted their attention because we have something in common. So it was talking about football or space or sci-fi or a trail that I like or a park or something that might be really relevant to them. And it works similarly to what I just said as well, because I'm kind of a space nerd. A lot of women don't really care about that, but to some women, I will get elevated. I will stand out to them. Now, the next thing I learned was to not wait too long before asking somebody out. Initially, I kind of just thought okay, I should try to build more connection, take a bit longer, increase the odds that we'll actually go on a date. But it doesn't really work like that. I mean, for one thing, 90%, for the average guy, 90% of matches don't lead to a date. So if you're investing days, and I know some guys will actually just keep talking for weeks, this is going to be a big waste of time. And the biggest threat to dating apps for you is burnout. It's just getting just hitting a wall. And if you could just make this a lot more efficient for you, it's going to be a lot better. Secondly, you just might not like her in person. So again, it doesn't actually make sense to put so much time into it. And I even proved this on a video a little while back. I just decided I would ask the next three matches out on a date very, very quickly. I did it in a row. It was within 4 messages, and they all agreed. I was actually surprised that they all agreed. But it just shows, most of the time I won't go that fast, maybe a dozen exchanges of messages, but it just shows you don't need to just spend so much time into it. Lastly, evenings were the best time to swipe. And the reason isn't that I actually got more matches necessarily in that time, but it was just easier to have an active conversation, an actual back and forth, because they're likely in the evening just chilling on their couch or something like that. So if you can actually have an active conversation, it's much more likely to lead to a date, which I found almost all, not all of them, but most of them of my dates were from an active chat. Boosts were mostly a waste. I paid $40 for the 3 of the regular ones, and I got 3 matches overall. Not worth it. I did buy a super boost, which is like a 24-hour one, and it got me 5 matches. It was the same price, but not worth it. For me anyways, I find that subscriptions are a lot more effective in that regard. And also, the algorithm just works in waves. I think this is the biggest thing that guys miss. Because one week I will do fantastic. I'll get a lot of likes and matches. And the next, my profile is a ghost town. I get nothing at all. And if you catch yourself just being reactive to that, like, oh, I need to change something, or what I had was actually good before, I need to go back to that. It's just, if you make any changes, give it at least like 3 weeks so you can actually get a read on whether it's an improvement or not. And also, a lot of guys just get frustrated on the app sometimes and they'll delete it. And the problem, first off, with this, if you keep doing that over and over again, Hinge will actually ban your account, because every new account that you make creates a new account boost, because they want to get a read on you, they want new data, they want to show your profile to a tons of people. So you just be very selective with that. But the second thing about this is that it only takes about a minute to send out your free 8 likes per day. That's not a lot. That's really not a lot. And since this is kind of an important decision, this might be the difference of whether or not you meet your future wife. Just try to like passively just put in the reps, even if you're not getting attention. Just like you can spend a minute on it, and with enough time, even bad profiles will get some traction. But that's pretty much what worked well for me. If you want help with your profile or prompts, or even like after going on dates, I do help guys one-on-one. Otherwise, and that information is in the description, but otherwise I will talk to you probably in a few days. Peace.